Marcus J. Thank you so much for hanging in there with us. We're getting a little flack for the music tonight. Played a little Hall of Oats, played a little Spandau Ballet, Milli Vanilli, played a little Eurythmics. I was in the 80s pop mood. But that's cool. Yeah, that's turn your mic on, please. Turn your mic on, please. Turn your mic on. There you go.
I have a request for next time you in that 80s.
That's what's up, man. You know how I do. So, as we do every single week, we go around the room, we finish up the show with our rants, our closings, and we're going to start with your girl, April P. What you got, girl?
Nothing much. Thank you for having me. Glad to be here. I've been going through some things lately.
Let it go, girl.
And I'm not going to let it go like that. But I just want to say to everyone listening, never, ever, ever lose yourself in other people. You have to stay true to yourself. Maintain who you are. And if they can't go with you, you got to leave them behind.
Let's go.
That's what's up. April P., thank you so much for joining us once again. Your presence was sadly missed over the preceding months. But now that you're back, let's try to see if we can keep it somewhat semi-regular.
That was crazy.
We thank you for your contribution. So now we're going to go and talk to your man, Jay Grizzy Green, in the section that we like to call Grizzy's Gripes.
No, her man gone. He not here tonight.
Oh, Big Rude.
Big Rude.
Hey, yeah, first
Grizzy's
of all,
Gripes.
thank you, everybody here at the Ain't No Half Steppin with Marcus J. Glad to see April P. Again, always, Marcus, thank you for having me. Carter, you know you my dog. Ruben, I miss you. I'll let you up out of my basement next week. I want to talk about a very exciting time of the year for me. It's the beginning of the football season, beginning of the fantasy football season for me. I've won 3 fantasy football championships in the last, I want to say, 6 years. Carlton, on the other hand, I don't think has won none. I think he is 0. Yeah, he's going to get a chance. But I'm going to start it up right now. I'm a Steeler fan. I've been a Steeler fan since 1977. I was 5 years old. I can't wait for the football season. I can't wait to see Denver on Monday night. It is almost a religion. You know, it's a shame that me being a Christian, I have to equate football to a religion. But Sundays, I'm sorry, Pastor, from 1 to 12 or 1 to 11, that's my time. Me and Jesus, we get together every day. And he knows where my heart is, and that heart goes with my Pittsburgh Steelers. So your squad, whoever he is, Redskins hype about RG3, Dallas hype just because Dallas always hype. Giants fans, hey, you got to repeat, you got to shut up. I look forward to listening to this show because I know these guys are going to talk about some football in the upcoming weeks with the football season coming. So I hope I'm here to lighten to y'all asses. I can say that. Grizzlies Gripes.
Jay Grizzy Green, thank you, brother.
You're welcome, brother.
We always appreciate it. It looks like the gauntlet has been dropped
on
us, Carl Banks. I think you and I have been directly challenged with regards to our teams. You think he called out the Dallas Cowboys. He also called out the New York Football Giants. It's time for Carl's Corner. You have an opportunity to either respond or go in a different direction, my friend. But either way, it's not unusual.
I'm going a different direction. I don't want to belittle myself to that level and call him out and remind him of how sorry his team really has been over the last few years from a fantasy standpoint. But I digress. Ladies and gentlemen, I know I have. Learn the difference between a want and a damn need. Okay? Learn it. You will find yourself in such a much better position when you learn the difference of a want and a need. A want is something you can live without. A need is something you have to have. You need gas, but you don't need a high expensive car. You can live in a Prius, but no, you want your status to be such of a nature that you're going to spend all that money. Well, guess what happens when it comes to paying that note? There's a saying on a famous show, it ain't no joke when you can't afford that note and they come get your stuff. You're going to be a sad somebody. I will tell you this from speaking of a standpoint of having a want versus a need. In the parking lot of my former job, the repo man came. The repo man didn't take the car. He ain't boot the car. What he took were the rims off the car and left the car on the rubber tires. That again is a sign of a want versus a need. When your damn rims get repoed and your ass is left with 4 rubber tires with no way to get home, you gonna understand that want versus a need. Because at this point, your ass needs 4 rims to get you home where you want to go. You can't go home on 4. I don't. What's those things called on the
Center block?
No. What's the thing that hold the tire on the rim? No, not hubcaps. What? Regardless,
wheel.
Whatever. Wheel. Yeah. Wheel base. That's what. Wheel base.
Base.
Wheel base ain't gonna get you home because that sucker is higher than your car. So next time, remember that when you get your rims repoed. Okay. That's my little corner of having a want versus a need.
Priorities.
Oh, you know what? You got what was that? Your Cartman prioritize
Priorities, man.
Hey, man,
That's crazy.
Does that still come on?
Yeah, it comes on Comedy Central. You got
It's on Netflix.
Free. Oh, I said that. Yeah,
Hey, man, why you gotta keep doing? I do not have
I'm jealous
Netflix
because
for
everybody's getting
Yes,
free
you do.
stuff.
I do not have pre anything.
Everybody's getting free stuff, and I don't get free stuff.
Man, just because your government keeps stealing from you.
Y'all killing me right now. But you know what, Carl's Corner, I agree. Carl's Corner was it ain't, it's not unusual. This week he came with it, so I appreciate it. I agree with him. If you can't get it, then you don't need it. That's the end. That's the way it goes. Grizzy, appreciate you being here. April P, appreciate you being
problem,
here.
homie.
Thank you so much for everybody that listened. Thank you to K Dub for joining us earlier. Thank you for Hakeem. Week after week he comes through. One of our longtime listeners, contributor, hitting us up on the Facebook page. I wish I can get everything that he hits us with in on the show. Unfortunately, we're not able to do that, but
We can't get him in studio.
Where's Hakeem?
Hakeem is out of state, but he's somebody that listens
All
to us
studio.
every single week. So we appreciate his contribution. Thank you so much. You're welcome to join us on air whenever you want. So all you got to do is hit your man Marcus J. So I'm gonna go ahead and end the show with my rant. I want to take a moment to talk about 2 things that most of us are intimately familiar with. Those 2 things are love and hate. Love to me is the most powerful entity one could ever experience. Love has the capacity to bring folks who would never even think of being together. Love can heal terrible wounds. Love can take a person's spirit and make them feel the kind of euphoria unimaginable. Hate to me is not only the polar opposite of love, but in many ways it's more powerful. Where folks are afraid to express love, afraid to tell someone to their face that they love them, they have no problem expressing hate. Sometimes as men, we are often afraid to share the emotion love with other men for fear of being cast as weak or gay or not cool. Well, I'm here to tell you, I'm hardly weak, very hetero, and while some can debate my coolness, my point is I see no shame in gay, and I see no shame in saying I love you. I've heard it said that it's easier to do wrong than it is to do right. Well, for some it's easier to hate than it is to love. Many joke about hate. If you know me, you know I like to clown, have some fun. I'm passionate about my sports. You've heard me, others on the show say things like I hate LeBron James, I hate the Dallas Cowboys, I hate reality TV. Those phrases, of course, flow off our tongues as easily as we say our name. It's all in good fun, but when that hate turns to violence and venom and vile, it's no longer fun. And I think in the world we live today, with the way folks act out, we need to be mindful of what we say and what we put out there into the universe. It's the hate that causes folks to show up at rallies with doctored photos of their political opponents. It's the hate that causes us to have constant war in certain regions of the world where our country and others poke our noses in. Not so much to end the war, but to keep our greedy little hands close to the spoils left by the casualties. It's the hate that causes a person to take a gun and shoot masses of innocents. And it's the hate that causes us to assume that one is bad because of the faults of those who look like them. We should be one world, one people. We should be. You love me, I love you, but nah, I ain't like that. We hate people because of the color of their skin. We hate people because of their religion. We hate people because of their political affiliation. And some of us hate folks because of what sect they claim. Hate. It's a powerful thing. But let's consider this. Instead of hating folks because of their skin color, let's revel in the variety and share in the joy of difference. Love. Instead of hating folks because of their religion, let us acknowledge that there is one grand architect of the universe and agree that because it's different doesn't make it wrong. Love. Instead of hating the red and blue of the Republicans and the Democrats, the blood of cuz, let us understand that there are two sides of the same coin who ultimately want the same things: prosperity, joy, family, good health, wealth, and love. Although I choose not to align myself with a specific religion, if I had one, it would be love. Because hating just don't seem to get it done for me. If you look around yourself, watch the news, listen to your homies, all the negativity that seems to have invaded our atmosphere has hate at the base. Had this debate recently with a friend. This debate inspired this rant. I posted it on Facebook, a phrase that basically said, hate is whack. This friend said, dislike is not hate. While that's true, I reminded my friend that it depends on how the person displays their dislike. And if their response crosses into malice or disrespect, it's hate. And to me, hate is whack. That's the Murr. Marcus's unrelated rant that ain't got nothing to do with what I'm talking about here today. It's the end of the show. I want to thank everybody that's here with me. I want to thank everybody that listened to us on the show tonight. As we do every single week, I want to put a word out there about voter suppression. It's real. These people is trying to keep y'all from the polls. Get your paperwork straight. Make sure that you legit and go in there and vote your conscience. Blue or red. I don't really give a damn. Just be there. In the abundance of water, the fool is thirsty. Those are the words of Bob Marley. I want to say peace to the stars and the squares. Ain't no half Steppin, Marcus J. Be back next week. Peace.
Peace. Yes, sir.